Hi, welcome to Motherland. I'm Airis. Today we have Minz joining us, a Nigerian producer, singer, songwriter, well known for his hit single Skin. Minz, welcome to the show.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about where you're from.
I was born in Aguda, Surulere, Lagos, and my parents are from Oyo State and Ekiti State.
First of all, do you visit your state?
I've never visited, but when I was little, when I was like, I think my mom took me to Ekiti.
But you're basically a Lagosian, right?
Definitely.
So what would you like to tell us about your state?
Okay, so my great grandfather was a king. He was the Olubadan.
Okay, what does that mean, Olubadan?
That's the king of Ibadan.
Okay.
So basically, I'm a prince.
Oh, you're a prince! Look at that! Oh, should we call you Prince Minz? So did he rule over a certain, I don't know, I don't like to say kingdom, but maybe.
Yeah.
Did he have followers and stuff like that?
He definitely did, but at the point when at the time when he was king, I think like the whole British colonialism and all those things had already happened. So being a king was more or less just a ceremonial thing.
Yeah, but see, this is a very important point, and one of the reasons for this show is a lot of Black people here, especially African Americans, we don't do enough to know about our history. And we have history, deep history. Like what you just said is so significant, right? Your great-grandfather was actually a king, so he had a kingdom. So we had kingdoms that existed before slavery began. Yeah. And that is so significant. That is a huge...
Yeah, our history
actually talking to a prince, oh my God, I'm so like, I'm blushing. So good. That's awesome. That's good to know. That's fantastic, actually. So how long have you been doing the music in general? Like, how many years would you say?
Officially, I dropped my first, like what I would call my first official song in like 2016. So let's say it's going to 4 years.
Okay.
Before that, I had already like been dabbling. I'd been trying to make beats since like 2011. So
yeah. So you've been in the music industry for a while, and tell me about the hustle a little bit. Like the hustle there is different from the hustle here. Every like country or region has its own type of hustle. So if you want to can you like explain to me the hustle in the Nigerian music industry? Like what would you think are your challenges? The major roadblocks that you had trying to break into the industry?
First of all, Nigerian music industry is the same things. It's just like at first, the first challenge I was having was like just getting the music out there, like getting it properly distributed. At that point in time, in 2016, people were still like, what was really big in terms of promotion was stuff like Alaba marketing.
Yeah, I remember that when I came out.
You had to go to Alaba and pay somebody money to put your song inside the mix. Like, it was actually the most ridiculous thing, and I didn't really do that because like you're paying them to pirate your music.
Yeah.
But anyway, apart from that, so there was that. Then there was getting radio airplay. shooting videos, being on TV, and like I'm an independent artist. I'm still independent. Like I've always like been in total control of my creativity, and that also means like the finances. I have to find like my source. I have to. So the good thing is I produce. So like at first, like what really helped me was I would produce, save, and use some of the money to try and push myself. And like that was what I've been doing for that was what I was doing for the longest time. But recent challenges now, because now it's better. Now you can actually get heard like easier, you can pitch to playlists and all that. But still now in the industry they're like gatekeepers, and there are all these people that you have to like you have to be good with to really get into certain places. And me, I'm an introvert. I'm not somebody who likes to chase. Like
most of us artists are.
Yeah, so
and that's why I usually have people doing that for me. But like you said, when you have too many people doing stuff for you, especially in Nigeria, they kind of take you for a ride sometimes. You know, you have a lot of it's best to be independent and do your own thing, but
it's tough.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, especially as a female artist. It's harder for us female artists than male artists. Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. For some reason, the female artist hustle is just crazy, and it's something else, you know. But I think it's like that globally anyway. So I'm also, you know, part Jamaican by association. Okay, so and So I've also noticed a lot of stuff like in your music, and especially in Nigerian music these days, there's like a cross-cultural thing here where Nigerians adopt reggae and put in their sound, and then Jamaicans actually listen to that because it blends into their own sound. And there's like a cross-cultural thing going on, but I don't even think it's strong enough, because I think there's more connection between the Caribbean sound and the Nigerian sound than we even know.
Yeah.
And we don't leverage that, because your sound is you have a little bit of reggae in your sound too. I heard, like when I heard it, it's definitely reggae based.
Yeah. So basically, reggae is like one of the purest, most like sweetest forms of music, basically. And like the genre had like one of the biggest musical like personalities ever, Bob Marley. Like he was like, it's even easier to like be influenced by Bob Marley and reggae music than maybe Michael Jackson. I think it is kind of
absolutely
because it's just vibes. It's like Jamaicans, if you think about it, like they are really like us, just in a different environment. And so like we can really relate. Most of the people in Jamaica today that are like black people came from this region, like from this whole
West
like,
Africa,
West African region. So like we can relate. Like it's something that is in our roots that we can't really deny.
And I think, you know, we as Nigerians, you know, we've crossed over to the reggae side so many times. I mean, we did it before, we're doing it again. I just feel like there's this nice big niche for cross collaboration. I want to see more cross collaboration between Nigerian artists and reggae artists. I don't think we have enough. You know, I think it's going to do so well, because I think that's the future, and I think that there's just too much in common. You know, I mean, like you said, they're just like us, right? They have their own culture, but you know, people in Jamaica, for instance, the way the food is kind of similar. You know, the music is kind of similar. I mean, I went to one particular part of Jamaica up in the mountains, and it looked like Lagos. Like I was in Surulere. I was like, man, even the store, like where they went to buy food, it looked like, you know, one of those pharmacies that you go into in middle of, you know, like Lagos or Balende, all this place. I was like, fine, or Balende. But it was so similar. It was really similar, and the culture is similar, but I don't think we know each other enough, and I think that's one of the bridges that we need to cross. I think there needs to be more collaboration, there needs to be more connecting, there needs to be more mixing between the two. One thing I do notice about, you know, between the two cultures is the hustling spirit. I've not seen it anywhere. So Caribbeans and Africans, they are hustlers, right? We hustle till the end. Like we don't stop. You see a lot of successful Black people A lot of them coming from, Jamaica. A lot of them coming. He's either Jamaican or Nigerian, and I'm not that I'm trying to say Nigeria and Jamaica are the dominating. No, but it's just something that I've noticed a trend. People from the Caribbean and people from West Africa, the hosting spirit is crazy. And also you see a lot of Ethiopians as well doing very well. So Ethiopians, South Africans, West Africans, and then you see people from the Caribbean, either they're from Jamaica or the Trinidad, the Trinidadian, or so it's a hustling spirit that I think we both have in common. But we're gonna wrap up real quick, but let's talk about, because I'm all about I'm a foodie. So outside of music, that's why I have really big cheeks. Outside of music, I experiment with food. What would you say is your favorite? Like,
my favorite food of all time is ewagoyin.
Ewagoyin is correct. I love it. And you do like beans, right? You mentioned something about beans. Your grandmother used to make a snack from beans. I don't think I've had that snack before, but ewagoyin is like, man, I miss it. Don't even mention it to me because I'm really sad. You don't have it here.
I told myself, if I find somebody who can make ewagoyin, I'm married at least.
Before we go, I'm just going to say it was a pleasure having you. What should we look forward to the next few months? I know that everybody's on lockdown right now, but we don't know when things are going to change, but so we just got to keep moving, right? We've got to survive. So what should we expect from you in the near future? What should we look out for?
More music, more visuals. Visuals are very important to me, so that's something I'm working on, telling good, dope stories through my visuals. So more music.
Okay.
More visuals, and it's a body of work very soon. That's it.
All right, Minz, it was so good to have you. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Airis, and you are watching Motherland.
Get your body so. Me love all your skin. Me love all your glow. Yeah, your body be shining like diamond. Me love all your glow. Yeah. I know you don't be wanting no stories.